All right, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of WindRiders of Aria and Orlea's story. I am Will, or Halfling Wizard, the Maestro of Chaos, for this incredibly fun group of folks. We're going to go around. I'm just going to let everybody introduce themselves real quick and who they play, and what's something their characters are dreading about today's session. We're going to start in order. We're going to start with A.
Hey guys, I'm Kel, also Celtic Wyvern King, playing A, our Jin. And that's an easy one. It's having to use magic again.
Maybe so. Maybe so. All right, we're going to go to Carrick next.
Hello, I'm Riku. I play Carrick the Pontori. And I don't know. I'm just scared of the unknown right now. So we'll see what happens. So it's just one thing, it's just not knowing what's ahead of us. But excited too.
Fair. That is very fair. I love that. All right, Goose.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Goose. I play Soot the Subton. He's really anxious about trying to figure out where he fits in with this new group of people.
That's very fair. Because he was sort of just thrown into the mix.
Yeah, good luck.
I know.
He fits well in our pocket.
Sink or swim. Here we go.
That's it.
Gareth Alfredi, Old Worm Slayer.
Hey everybody, this is Old Worm Slayer. I'll be playing Gareth Alfredi, the other Pontori. And Gareth is dreading the possibility of failure.
Okay. That is very fair. That is a very fair thing. All right. Katarina?
Hey, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Katarina Zephyrian. She's also worried about, not so much about failing, but as more about not living up to her potential.
Okay. That is also very fair. Very fair indeed. All right. And of course, last but not least, Alana.
Hey guys, I'm the Crazy Gamer Lady. I'm playing Alana, the Woad Elf, and she is probably concerned with failure and probably getting hurt. Because that seems to be a thing.
It does, doesn't it? Sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you hurt others.
Yeah,
At least a lot of them die.
True. That is true. That is all A there. At least he died.
Yeah. Well, she's still kind of sorry about that.
Not really.
Right. Did you really die? No, not really.
Close enough.
Yeah. You pretend died.
Well, when you play with poisons, eventually you die.
He was only mostly dead.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
He got better.
Right. Yeah, he got better.
True love.
That flesh wound.
No, I was gonna say, that's even funnier
Put a
because
scratch.
we got chocolate after that.
Yeah, everyone got those lovely little chocolates. Okay, of course, again, I am Will, or Halfling Wizard, Maestro of Chaos. Couple of things real quick. We are doing a giveaway at the end of the stream tonight. for a set of these victory dice. You can see them. There they are, kind of. Yeah. These are the Icewind series. If you haven't already, you're new joining us. If you type in victory in the chat, we'll put your name on a list and we'll go into a spinner, which we will spin at the end of session tonight. And whoever that is gets this really cool set of dice. And we'll contact you. I'll contact you through a DM and I can get where to send them and all that. But yeah, so we've got this. And we also have another set that we're giving away on the opposite next Monday for Orleo Origins. So if you don't win tonight, you can always win next Monday. So
Be there,
it a
be
shot.
square.
And if we get to 100 followers, we will do another giveaway.
Yes.
So tell friends.
Yes, indeed.
News.
Yeah, if you're not following us, go ahead and give us a follow. And over here on Twitch, I think we're at 67 right now. So we're 3 away from the 70 goal. But yeah. All right. So when last we were here, we found out that after the stealth lesson that we all had, or you all had, you found out that you and one other cohort are all that is left.
Dun, dun, dun. Somehow.
And you were actually given a couple of days off to prepare yourself for your final exam. So we're just going to touch on a little bit of the 2 days off that you had. What did you guys get up to? What were you doing? What, this sort of thing. And at this point, this is probably the only time since you've been at the Academy of Magic that they let you go off on your own. So you get literally 2 days of all on your own. You can go as a group. It's up to you guys. Yeah. So let's see. What was everybody up to? Does anybody want to volunteer and go first, or do I have to pick?
Now I was gonna say if you're saying they were allowed to pretty much go wherever, A is definitely going to be going more toward like the city, just because like when he was coming out of the ship to seeing all the different inventions that were being used throughout town, he's like he wants to see more of those.
Yeah, the elevated train would be able to take you anywhere in the city you wanted to go. There's nothing off limits, except for the places that are, that common sense dictates. But
I mean, for the definitely goes off limits after the rave.
Yeah. So you guys are, you can go anywhere in the city. The city is basically open to you. It's the first time that you've been able to do this. So A's going to go out and look at all the fancy mechanisms and machineries, things of that nature. Does anybody go with him, or does he go on his own? There's the question.
I think Kadak will probably join him. Just his very inquisitive and just exploring this world. So he definitely wants to check out all the sites that he can. The one thing that he does kind of request of A is that they make it to either the river or the lake or some sort of body of water to watch the sunset from, because that is something that he does deeply miss from back home.
Okay, for sure. You could probably do that from the Academy grounds. They are kind of on the ocean there.
Yeah,
the ocean is just the back of the Academy.
Yeah, I think that was just something with him. Like, he hasn't really just had the time to really just sit and take in the sunset. Everything's just been so busy and wild and tiring. This is going to be one of the first times he can really just sit back and enjoy it.
This will be the first time that he'll see the sunset from a different land.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So that'll be interesting. So what do the sunsets look like from where you're from?
So from where Kedek is from, just in terms of the direction of the river and such, it basically, the river flows into the sun. So it's this picture of the large sun, the river just flowing through, and all the trees that's lining on the way. As it goes down, you can't really see all of the sides of the sun just because of all the trees there. It's still very picturesque. The colors and such going off the leaves is absolutely beautiful. But he has never seen the sun in that kind of full glory on the horizon before.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, if you sit and watch the sunset from the academy, there is a sort of like observation area down to the east, on the east side of the academy, that overlooks. It's sort of like an overlooks the ocean, and you can look down and you can see like ports and ships are ported and things of that. But it has a clear shot of sort of the horizon there. So as you're sitting there, and yes, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east here. So as you're sitting there watching, as the sun just dips just below the horizon, as it almost looks like it touches the water. The water itself almost goes purple hue and strips, and as if, like as if ribbons of purple. The sky goes into these beautiful sort of pearlescent colors of like greens and blues and purples, with underlining reds and oranges sort of mixing. As it hits the atmosphere of the planet, it sort of opalesces, and which would be completely different than watching it from the river. As you see the ocean just sort of like turns into this cacophony and symphony of color, and you can also see sea creatures sort of like jumping out of the water as the sun is sort of setting, and you can see the ribbons are sort of flowing as he sits there and enjoying. The wind sort of picks up slightly and pulls a sort of warmish, cool breeze, kind of flows up from the ocean and sort of like hits you in the face a little bit, and you can smell like spices on the air from the ships that are bringing cargo into the fossa. You can smell these exotic spices, things you've never smelled before. Probably don't have these in your homeland. And people are just sort of enjoying it. You're out there, and there are several other like folks. Some professors are there, and some other students. And it's very, very calm, very quiet. No one's making a lot of noise. Everyone's very respectful. As you see the sun begin to set.
Yeah, Kedek is pretty much taking it all in. If you were close up enough to him, you can see almost the reflection of the colors in his eyes. As he's just staring at everything, just taking all the senses, feeling every sense around the sights, the sounds, the feel, even the taste of the spices as you can also smell them. His mind kind of wanders into a bit of a daydream of back home, of a place like this where he can, or even not just back home, but bring his home here, of showing his family and his friends back home the sights and wonders outside of our forest and outside of where we live, and all of the stories and and how much he wishes he can share this with them and can't wait to be able to share this with them one day. Now that he knows this all exists,
Okay.
and yeah, he is just looking out there, taking it all in, and just enjoying the atmosphere.
Okay, cool. All right. What about Alana and Katerina and Garth? What are y'all doing?
I'm
And
Katerina's
Soot.
kind of
ahead.
Katerina's kind of sticking to a very regimented schedule. You know, she gets up and kind of works out, maybe do some sparring, practicing with those dang sticks. You know? So I don't know if anyone wants to do that with her in the morning, or if not, she'll just find someone. And
Gathel will
then
join her
in
for
the
sparring.
Oh, cool.
awesome. In the afternoon, she's really kind of studying all the spell books, trying to get all that cemented in her brain. And then late afternoon, she'll go out into the city. Well, not among crowds of people, but what she really wants to do is be able to go fly without fear of reprisal. That's so.
Right. Yeah, there's plenty of places for you to do that.
Yeah, she can fly out over the ocean and feel the breeze, all that. That to her, that is just pure joy to get to do that. And then come back and study some more before bedtime.
Cool. All right. So what about Elena?
Elena is going to be... First off, she's going to be going to the school library looking for anything about the final exam that she can find. Because she is concerned. I mean, between that heist and the magic class, she does not want to be surprised anymore. She's good.
That's funny. Okay, so she'll go to the library to see if she can find anything on the final exam.
But of course, she's also going to like the city library and any library that she can to learn more about magic.
Okay.
And
I mean, you could go to the academy library. It'll have all of anything and everything you need to know about magic and how to use it.
And of course, if she happens to find a couple of fabric or fashion books along the way, she might possibly pick them up.
Yeah, there are plenty of bookstores. There are actually like a lot of fabric stores as well, fabric and clothiers. I mean, you could be like lost for days down in the clothing district.
Don't tempt her.
Too late.
Saying. There's a whole district dedicated to clothiers and cloth.
So she's going to be splitting her time between research in the library and enjoying the clothing district.
Okay, cool. All right, what's Soot up to? The new member of our group.
So Soot is probably going to go with A and Carrick. He's just so used to like everything just being cold and frozen and just leftover scraps that he just wants to see what new stuff looks like.
That's fair.
So he just wants to get a feel for what it's like, see how normal people live day to day.
Okay.
Define normal. So A, where do you lead everybody?
What about Gav? All right.
Well, he was sparring with you before you went off to fly. So I'll come back to him on what he did afterwards.
To recall, just because it's been a while since, what were some of the stuff we saw as we like sailed? Like from my perspective, we sailed in while sitting up in the Perry's nest, as I called it that session.
Well,
Can I remember there was the train.
Mhm.
What were the other
Flying cars,
sort
of like automated flying cars, sort of things. You saw all manner of things, all kinds of technologies, even down on the ground, like car type vehicles.
Yeah, no, the flying car is probably going to pique his interest the most. So he's probably going to zoot to wherever he can find the nearest flying car just to start looking at it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can go just about anywhere and find one. They're
Yeah.
all over the place. So yeah.
Well, I mean, let me phrase it. Find one where he is less likely to get in trouble from messing with it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I should definitely specify that.
So we could say, all right. So you took the train into downtown.
Yep.
And there are, like, dare I say, car dealerships or places that you can actually like rent out a car or purchase one, that sort of thing.
Oh, God.
I was like, please tell I did not just find the Enterprise, Aryan Enterprise.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I know I'm going to regret this. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to inquire, like, what's it take to be able to, take one of these for, like, just for the day. Because he knows he can't afford it for, like, permanent.
Okay. So you're going to rent it for the day?
Yep.
Okay.
You have money?
All you have to do is show him your wrist badge.
Ah!
Remember that y'all have currency on your wrists.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And somehow, I have this feeling that Aid is going to get himself in trouble because he doesn't know when to stop.
plus he's got, Carrick and Soot with him.
Which really, Soot's probably going to help me get in more trouble. To be honest, I'm going to love it.
It's like, maybe I'll go back.
No, but
Kara kind of just stays a little bit before getting in the car, kind of stays a little bit back just to watch as Abe pulls out to make sure this is gonna be safe before he gets in there.
That's fair.
well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure, Will, you can decide on this part. These were never on Stormhawk, were they?
No.
Perfect.
Nobody other than Fossa City has these.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
those
yeah.
are-
So let me. So, is there anything you want me to roll to see if I can even start the damn thing?
you'd be. I mean, that you don't have to roll for that because it's something the dealership would tell you what to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they would come out and they'd give you the key, which is this like an orb.
Mhm.
And you just basically there's a place inside the thing you insert the orb and it starts. And then it's a pretty simple forward, backward, left, right sort of thing.
So I'm able to like get it out of the place pretty easily. Then
Yeah, I mean, because you go up and then you go forward or back or left or right.
Okay.
Yeah, once you release the brake, the vehicle will go straight up.
Okay.
And it'll go to cruising height. It won't go anywhere above that because the orbs keep it in a certain spot.
Okay.
Student driver sign on the back. That's funny.
I mean, anyway.
So they'll show you different models. They have like a 2-seater. They've got like a 4-seater. They have bigger ones, but he's like, no, there's only 3 of you, so you probably just need like a 4-seater or even a 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2-seater probably need just looking down at Soot.
Okay,
he could sit on my lap.
So they'll take you over to the cars or the vehicles. They're not really called cars, but the vehicles. And they'll go, this one will probably do you well. It's a 2.5-seater. It goes about. It goes pretty quick. These cars are pretty fast. The orb will maintain how fast or how high you can go, but he sees that you're students, so he'll probably give you a student orb, which would keep you probably below main traffic. and under the and right at like the speed limit, quote unquote. That doesn't mean you can't go faster than the speed limit. It's just
I know.
the orb is going to be like, this is once you hit the speed limit, it's like, this is where I record. This is where the recording stops, basically. So if you go beyond that, then it just you can bypass the orb.
Seeing the half a seat, Soot is going to look at both of them and then look at the other dude and just be like, "That's convenient."
It's actually a fold down seat. They have to fold it down.
Have you ever like in one of those pickup trucks where like in the middle between the driver and passenger seat they have that fold down seat? It's
like the middle seat of a U-Haul.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. I was half expecting you guys to have Soot go look up at Carrot, go shotgun.
Well, I can't go call shotgun and ask for uppies at the same time.
Yeah.
Shotgun uppies.
So the dealer will come over and he'll hand you he'll have you sign because you'll have to sign for responsibility since you're the main driver. You're the driver. So he'll do that. He'll take down all your student information and then he'll hand you the orb and he'll say, yeah, just put this in the center console. And it's literally, he just sort of shows you this is up, this is down, this is left, this is right, forward, back.
All right. So no Prendle.
Yeah. And he will say, it takes a little getting used to. So that's why they're going to keep you on the student level, which is sort of learner's level.
I got it. Okay. Yeah, so once I'm in there, I'm just going to turn to Carrick and start going like, y'all getting in?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
As I kind of rev the engine, if there's a way to rev the engine.
Oh, so did you put the orb in?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when you put the orb in, like the console will light up and everything, like the whole vehicle just sort of lights up.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the motor just sort of, and it doesn't have like a gas pedal or anything. It's literally forward back.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a way to rev it, I want to rev it, but if not, that's fine.
No, you can't really rev the engine. I mean, you could probably. No, I guess not. I guess it wouldn't rev.
Again, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not a revolutionary.
Okay, so you guys get in and.
Yep, I'll hoist sorry, brain Soot up and into the car and then climb in myself.
Even in the small seat, his legs are still swinging.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So you guys get in.
I can just think of a baby. I can think of it as a baby seat, a baby carrier.
Yeah.
Think of Deadpool after he got blown up and has the little legs.
Yeah.
And Kenneth is gonna look at A to see how eager he is to start driving and.
That was actually after he got torn in half.
Oh yeah, torn in half. Yeah.
Details.
So cool. So
A. You can definitely tell A's ready to see what this thing can do, but he's not going to immediately do that.
Okay.
Carrick's going to look down at Soot real quick, and then you see him potentially preparing to cast Decel. If anything goes wrong.
Nice. Love it.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys get in? All right. All right, everybody's in now, A. What are you doing?
Before they even get a chance to buck, I'm going to start going, like, what's the speed limit set to this, roughly?
Well, once you take the brake off,
then
the speed limit on this is
go
about... It's pretty slow. It's pretty slow, but what I would consider slow. It's probably about 50 miles per hour.
Okay, how about saying, with what part of the country you live in, slow has a whole different meaning.
Well, I mean, that's to these folks. I mean, 50 is slow. Considering these the big ones can get up to like 120, 130 miles.
Oh, I know.
Per hour.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So
Okay.
so once you release the brake, the vehicle will just go, and it'll stop.
And then and I'll just floor it up to the speed limit just to see how it is. Like, I'm not going to go beyond that just yet.
Okay. So where are you going to go first?
I was going to fly around wherever the hell I'm able to.
You can fly everywhere. I mean, it's
that's what I'm saying, like,
there are no. The
This
only
is
place
literally no destination in mind.
The only place that there is like restricted airspace is over the Central Palace.
Yeah.
But other than that, you can anywhere around the city. You can go out over the ocean if you want to. You can, really anything.
Yeah, I mean, probably start by going straight toward the ocean, just seeing like again the handle, because now there won't be as much obstacles.
Right. Yeah. So if you go out over the ocean, I mean, you'll fly out over the ports where your ship came in. You can see the port. You can see Central Station. You can see other ships coming in and going out.
Mm-hmm.
If you go north, you could possibly go all the way to the islands there to the north. You might be a little dicey getting back, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, probably ain't gonna push fuel tank.
Yeah, the orb is your fuel levels. You'll see it. It literally will just sort of like drain until it's done. Yeah, but you have a full orb, so you could go all everywhere.
Yeah, probably is literally gonna be just flying circles over the port and everything like that, and just seeing what we can as gets a hang of the control, seeing like how easy it is to turn it, how easy it is to stop it if needed. Depending on whether Soot and Carrick were able to buckle any form of seatbelt before I started doing this, maybe seeing like maybe break a little too hard, Soot might fly out of their seat. Carrick might be able to stop themselves from doing the same just because longer arms.
I just see as soon as the where Soot doesn't get his seatbelt on, and as soon as the car goes up, he gets like a little bit of air time.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, out of care, is this thing covered or is it like open top?
It's covered. It's enclosed.
Okay. No, I was just wondering in case does Carrick have an oh shit handle?
Probably.
He's gonna be doing loops and rolls out there. He
is gripping.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
forget the oh shit handle. You need a barf bag.
Hey, if I wasn't going to do loops and rolls, I would have made sure they were buckled. Don't worry.
Yep. Okay, so
not yet.
So Soot does not give two shits about a seatbelt. All he's doing is watching control this thing, and he's trying to memorize everything as he does it, so that way when he gets his chance.
Okay, so I need you. So roll me a mechanical check.
Sure. Oh, this is gonna go well. That's a 1.
Ooh. Okay, so you're pretty rough at controlling this car.
Yeah.
It's a little choppy. It's a little like
rags.
Because like, people who drive a standard for the first time, it's that.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about. When I first learned stick at the campground I used to work at, yeah.
So that's kind of what's happening here.
You're stripping the gears.
Let's see. Everybody else in the car, roll me a medicine check.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. Soot, you're doing pretty good. It's a little rough. You're like, okay. But
it's not my poor Carrick, a little wobbly.
Poor Carrick, you are sick to your stomach. It is like motion sickness.
Hey.
Like, Yeah, it's like panic attack.
Depending on the tone that characters using as they're going A, I imagine it being like when you're learning how to drive and you have your mom, dad, grandpa next to you, they're going like, it's like, hey.
I'm inches away from just grabbing the wheel, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep my lunch down. If I move, it's going everywhere.
Yep.
So you just see Carrick like now is two-handing onto the oh shit handle, just like.
Do I see that in my peripheral?
Oh yeah, I can't imagine he's keeping it to himself.
Is this like any is this like actual cars where you have the window control for the passenger side as well?
No,
gonna lock it.
Okay.
No,
I wasn't gonna lock it.
No, the windows you have to manipulate from either side. So he would have to like unlatch his window and pull it down.
Oh, it's like that kind of window. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a unlatch and pull down.
Yeah. Okay. But A still trying to get a hang of this thing.
Okay, so
So
Carrick, you're like right on that edge of just letting it all out. Breakfast might be making its second appearance.
So it's gonna look over me and kind of give him like a side eye and go, ugh, and then just kind of like give him a tap on the shoulder.
Carrick just turns his head around to see why you tapped him, and he has the greenest, most disgusting face on while he's trying to keep it down. It's almost like that slow turn into you. Like, what?
You're gonna get like that shocked, like kind of like half smile, like, eh? You okay?
Yeah, you're right.
He turns back around because he dare not speak right now.
Okay.
And eventually he just goes, "Hey, land, please."
Is the window up?
I don't know. Did you lower the window, Carrick, or not?
I lowered the window to like, put my head out, try to get some air, but
I was just gonna say I was gonna unlatch it for you if you hadn't.
Oh yeah. So the window's down and the air. Yeah, you're like sort of hanging out the window, getting that fresh air.
So when I hear Carrick like barely mumbling like a land, I'm assuming the person who rented told us how to land these things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to land based on instructions given. How well it goes, who knows?
That'll be a mechanical check.
That's why I phrase it that way. That's another one.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Yes, Mister. I always roll well in this game.
yeah, I know.
I said it's normally roll.
Totally cursed yourself. Totally.
Since I've kind of been watching him, can I try and help him?
Absolutely. You
Maybe.
can roll. Let's. Why don't we roll a challenge on mechanical and see if you can.
I
Take
believe the correct
control.
answer is you can certainly try.
Yes, you're welcome to try.
Mhm.
All right, no, like if
Okay,
Oh no.
we're both failing.
So it's like here, let me help. Like grabs the wheel while you're trying to grab the wheel, and then the car is just falling. Just,
yeah, I just imagine going to a nosedive.
and it's like, and poor Carrick, it's like your stomach is up in your throat now, and I'm pretty sure I need you to roll another medicine check for me.
I'll roll it, but I get the feeling right now it's not going to be good.
A 2, okay. Yeah, it's like one of those. Oh, I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit. But you don't like puke outwardly, not yet. But a little bit of it might spill out of the side of your mouth, maybe. But you're like, God. Yeah, as
The
it is
moment-
just.
The moment it touches down, the door is opening, and I just bolt out to the nearest trash can and just let loose in it.
Well, hold on. Well, out of
So-
curiosity, when we went to go land, were we still over the water?
No, you were not.
mainly swimming over the port. That's all I was
You
wondering.
had just. I'm going to say you just crossed over into the port.
Cool. Just double checking.
So when the car comes down, it hits just bam, jarring everybody. At which point, Carrick could then open the door, roll out, and find the nearest waste bin, which you would find. Sort of, I guess.
Either
Rubbish
in the
bins.
trash bin or right into the lake.
Oh yeah, I mean you could just blow right into the ocean. That'd be fine. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
right
right
into the
there.
ocean.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
assuming
right
as-
there.
I'm assuming as we're going down, G-Force officially just like takes over, and Soot is against the top. He's just like,
Yep.
just like mini me
Yeah.
floating through space. And then when it hit, he's just like,
Boom. Yep. Sort of upside down in the
I'm
seat.
like, A probably even have his seatbelt on, knowing how I've been playing A. So he definitely had his head against the top of the car as we were going down.
Oh yeah. So you're down. You know, poor Soot is upside down in his seat. You're okay, and you see Carrick bolt out of there and just hang over the ocean, the sort of like seawall there, and just you hear him unleashing holy hell onto the ocean.
It's like, as I see that, after I
Hey, I'm swimming here.
as I see Carrick doing that, and as I kind of probably fix the crick I gave myself in my neck there, I was like, "You good there?"
He doesn't pick his head up, and you just see his hand come up and go like thumbs up backwards to you as he continues to just
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna walk back.
Oh, come on. I'm sure I got the hang of it now.
I think I'm gonna walk back.
Okay. He's like, no, deuces, guys, deuces. I mean, good thing is there's a train station right there. You could actually take the train back to the academy.
You see him begin to walk away, but he definitely has sea legs from all that, so
He's like wobbly.
He's like wobbling all over the place.
Dang, a Ponturi with sea legs.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Pontoris get drunk.
Okay, so
That's
Carrick's
drunk
like,
legs, not sea legs.
yeah. So Carrick's like, deuces, dudes, I'm heading back. Y'all have fun. So do you catch the train and head back?
Yeah, I'm gonna catch the train and head back to safer pastures.
All right, cool. So you head back, and that's when you would have gone and watched the sunset.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, so A and Soot, what are y'all doing?
Well, I'm gonna look down at Soot, going like, "You okay there?"
It's just gonna look back up. Yeah, I think I'm okay. My turn.
No, because my name's on this. Next time, put in your name.
Come on, man. I can't drive it any worse than you did.
You know what? Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
I got to think we're going to do rock, paper,
rock.
scissors.
What?
Oh, I was saying, I got to think about how we're going to do rock, paper, scissors in this.
Luck rolls.
I don't know if you want to do it on camera or not.
Oh,
I don't care. Y'all can.
That's
Okay.
okay. Tiny. How
Y'all
y'all do
can
it?
rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah,
right
we can
now.
just do it on camera then.
All right.
Best 2 out of 3 then.
Sure.
Scissors.
Okay.
Draw.
Right.
1, 2. Here we go. Ready? I'll count. How about that?
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
And 1, 2, 3, go. Paper covers rock.
All right.
Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. Scissors, scissors. That's a draw. And ready? 1, 2, 3, go. paper. Ah, now we're one each. And ready? One more time. And 1, 2, 3, go. Paper cuts scissors, or scissors cuts paper. So
It wins.
wins.
Yeah. So once A and Sid do that, A is just going to immediately just get it going again, go right back up in the air.
Okay, so you go back up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there you are. You're back up in the air. Where do you go from here?
Now I want to see how fast the thing can actually go, though. Like, not going to do crazy stuff. I just want to see how fast it goes. I'm going to floor it over the ocean.
Okay. So when you floor it, quote unquote, I mean, it will zip. It's very fast, and it goes from like 0 to 50 in like a couple of seconds. I mean, it's like
yeah.
So and you're hitting. So you hit 50 before you even hit over the ocean.
Yeah.
And you're going.
Yeah, like I said, just trying to see, like, because then you say that this thing can go past 50, even with
you can if you just have to bypass it on the orb.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, I want to see how fast the thing can go past the 50.
Okay.
That's why I was going over the open ocean. That way there's nothing to hit.
Love it. So you turn off the failsafe?
For the moment, yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. So
see
out
rescue coming.
You see it going. It goes from 0 to 50, and then suddenly in like 2.4 seconds, and then suddenly it's like from 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, 100 to 110, 120, 130, and it sits at about 130-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are going, you will see you will see your orb going very quickly.
So as I notice that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just hit the brake.
Mm-hmm.
As I see that.
So,
I'm not...
did you belt in?
Who?
Soot. Did
Me?
you belt in? Yeah.
No, he was totally standing on the seat, like bouncing up and down with his head out the window.
Okay, I need you to roll. I need you to roll a survival for me.
all the safety features of a 1980 station wagon. Got it.
Yep. Exactly.
Or soon will get sucked right out the window.
So, guys, it's been fun.
Oh, it's gonna be painting the back.
Wait, did you say mechanical or survival?
Survival. For him, it's survival.
Yeah. So Soot rolled
oh God, you rolled
a
hear
whoop right out the window.
No, I was gonna say Soot actually rolled mechanical. They didn't roll survival. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, did you roll mechanical?
Oh, did I?
Oh, that's okay.
That's what I was trying to help
you. You can roll survival if you'd rather. If you want to see if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so let's go with survival.
You're welcome.
I was like, damn it, your character's
I'm kind
dead
of a
already.
Pony.
It's like dead already. So you're able to. He hits the brake and the car like stops. Like just there's no slow to stop. It literally just goes. Whoop.
Oh damn!
you like go forward, and you're able to do like some parkour cool stuff off of the dashboard and all that as it stops, and then you just sort of land right back in your seat, like, and you look like looking at A like, the fuck, dude. That's like so there are no airbags. Sorry, guys.
Something for some reason I'm imagining Snook going, wee! Do it again!
Yeah.
I was worried he'd get like sucked right out the window. You know?
Well, out of one, that was basically what was going to happen. It was literally like how he goes into the ocean, probably gets eaten by something. I mean, it's like, yeah, it wasn't going to be pretty. So, okay, so now you're stopped, just hovering above.
I'm assuming the thing's not dropping as fast anymore. It's
no.
Like, how much is left of the orb?
You're probably about just under half.
Right. I'm going to turn to going like, yeah, we take this back now. I ain't going to just drop out of the sky because we ran out of fuel.
Okay. So you're going to turn around, head back?
Yeah, and I'll put the failsafe back on.
Okay, so you're going to go back at normal speed. Okay, so away you go. You head back, and it's going to
You
take you a
turn back
little
on
while
the
to
fuel
get back.
saver.
At 50, it's going to take you a little while to get back because you went pretty far out.
Yeah.
So you're coming back. Eventually, you'll get back, and you just get back. I mean, you're like on fumes basically, as your orb just goes from being lit to just black.
Okay.
As you set the car down and back at the dealership. The dealer comes out and he looks and he's like, what happened here? As he's looking at the undercarriage of the vehicle.
Don't they all come back looking like this?
No. No, they do not.
Oh.
So all right.
I mean,
Did you
any-
take out the insurance policy?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I say,
probably.
nothing for no leeway for first time drivers.
No. So that's okay. We'll just charge it to the academy.
Great.
As soon as he hears that, Soot's going to put his hands in his pockets and whistle and start walking away.
As I see that, I go like, "Oh, you little
shit, you." Okay. So he'll take care of the paperwork, and you'll sign off on the paperwork, and he'll take the car, take it to the repair shop. So what do you guys do now?
I mean, what time of day is it?
Oh, it's probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 3.
Yeah. Well, in that case, since I was the one who chose the car, I'm gonna look sick, going like, "Hey, your choice now."
You're not from here, are you?
Do I look like I'm from here?
I can't make assumptions. I live in a junk pile.
I mean, funny enough, I did too for the most part, but anyway.
Oh, cool. Do they have scrap shops here?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, all their scrap gets sent to,
Me.
you know where it gets sent to.
Can we just go somewhere where they sell new stuff?
Yeah, they sell new stuff everywhere. What
Let's
kind
go
of
there.
new stuff do you want to see?
Anything like mechanical or like tinkery.
Yeah, sure. There's all kinds of like tinker shops and mechanics and things like that. Especially along the dock area around the sort of by the seawall. You'll find a lot of like mechanic shops and tinkers and of machinery.
Yeah, I just want to go peruse and see what stuff looks like when it's actually shiny.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because I've never seen it, so I just want to see what new stuff looks like.
Okay, yeah. There's also some like forges. So you might actually could see some things being made.
That just blows his mind.
So cool. So you guys will go that way. I mean, are you going to go with him, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I mean, someone's got to be nearby in case his little legs get tired.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
all right,
true.
so I'll let you guys kind of wander about, and let me go. All right, Gath, what are you doing after you sparred with Katarina? What did you go and do?
After sparring and getting cleaned up, he's going to go do something he hasn't been able to do, which is relax by taking a nice dip in the ocean.
Very nice. Okay.
Where he feels the most at home.
Okay. Yeah, on the sort of southeast side of the campus, there is an actual beach that you could go to and go swim to your heart's content.
Good, I can go be a son of the beach.
Yes, you can. All right. So you'll get to go be the son of the beach and enjoy your native waters, or not native waters, but waters in general. So you can go swimming. Katerina, you're up flying. What are you doing? Are you just flying out over the ocean? Are you trying to stay away from city life? Just sort of like over the beaches or that sort of thing?
I think
With
she
flying aids, I would.
before she went flying, she kind of I think she probably took a walk through
Okay.
the through part of the city until the crowd started to close in a little bit,
Okay.
just to take in the sights.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
she
that's
went, and then she probably went off the beach and took off and flew for a while.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, as you are sort of flying, it's you can fly as high as you want. There's where you're at. If you go out over the beach, there's not a lot of air traffic there. There might be a little bit coming in, maybe an airship or so coming in, but you're able to avoid that sort of thing. Do you go up above the clouds or do you stay below the clouds?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Up
Cool.
above the clouds.
Okay. Yeah. When you go up above the clouds, then you can see sort of the sky and like a pure sky, clear sky. You can also see the mother planet in pretty good, like good viewing conditions. It's really cold up there too. So, burr.
I'll work up
Yeah. You just want to be careful that your wings don't like freeze on the tips because up there it will. It's really cold. So you have to be very careful.
right.
But yeah, you're able to soar and yeah, you're able to soar around and and see the sights. Really, you can kind of see like brand new for the first time.
She's in heaven, literally.
Yeah, true. All right, Alana. So you're in the library, looking up, trying to find out some information on the final exam. You do come across some books that do reference the final exam. You find one in particular. Excuse me. That's sort of like a yearbook almost.
So they've done this before?
Yep. Apparently.
I would like to think that final exams are kind of those things you do with every class.
Yep. So you can, in this particular event, has happened before. And you find what looks like sort of a yearbook. It's not a very big yearbook because this doesn't happen every year. It only happens when it's necessary. So you see about 6 different sort of six different pictures in this book of cohorts that were successful at the final exam. But it doesn't tell you what the final exam is or how to prepare for it. It just says that it happens and it's a challenge. It really tests you as both an individual and a team. The final exam changes all the time based on the cohort that is testing.
That's slightly irritating.
I was anticipating that.
You are correct. Not many people graduate at all.
The only time Alana would actually want standardized testing.
Yeah, nope. There's no paper test.
Nope. No paper tests, and certainly none of it is going to be stuff that's already been tested on before. No, we get the custom tests here.
Yep.
Ah, well.
That's
So
all right.
She's still going to be studying whatever she can about magic, using it, whatever else she learned. And in the meantime, like between passages or between books, she'll kind of be like, she has like a set of like color pastels so that
okay.
she can like do color theory on all the colors she's seen, sort of as a way
Okay.
to distract herself while she's still studying.
Okay. Cool. Do you go out to the fabric stores?
Oh yeah, once she's done with all her studying for like for the
Okay.
day, so probably around 3 or 4, she'll head out to the clothing district.
Okay, cool. So let's take her to the clothing district and see how this pans out. All right, so down to the clothing district you'll go. The train you
You'll
have to
come back with an
change.
entire new wardrobe.
Yep, you'll have to change trains twice to get there, but it's super easy. When you get to the sort of fabric district, it's like a road, a single road, and on the other side of that road are like large warehouses, with sort of like fancy storefronts on them. You know, various types of clothier stores. So yeah.
I think Alana is going to head into like she's honestly going to head into like one of the more wholesale fabric stores because she's been thinking of making at least one new dress while in Fossa.
Okay, so as you're walking down the street, this sort of street, you'll see several. Like you'll see Stitch and Style Emporium, you'll see like Thread Trends Boutique, Cotton Couture Corner, Silk and Chic Boutique. You know, various things like that. Velvet Vault Apparel, Lace and Elegance, Linen Luxe.
You're loving the alliterations, aren't you?
Yeah, no, that's what they all are. They're all alliteration. So, and if you come to a fabric, like an actual fabric store, a lot of them are like sort of clothiers, but there are a few like specifically just fabrics where you can go in and they have various ones. So do you go into a fabric store as opposed to a clothier?
She's gonna go into a fabric store
Okay.
because she doesn't want just linen or just cotton. She wants to peruse.
Okay. Let's see. You're gonna go into. Let me think of one. So you go down and you come across how about Brocade Boulevard?
Fair enough.
Okay. And it is a full-on fabric store. So you go in, when you go into the front doors, you are immediately met by a sort of rotund man in a very nice suit, jolly sort of guy. He welcomes you in. Is there anything that he can help you with? Or do you just want to browse? That sort of thing.
She's gonna start off browsing.
Okay. And he's going to go, oh, before you begin to browse here, and he hands you a tri-folded piece of paper, basically.
Okay.
If you open this paper, it is literally a map of this store.
I wish so many other fabric stores had that.
So yeah, and this place is huge. There are 5 floors. Each floor has its own sort of style or version of fabrics upon it. And the map, literally, you can get lost in here. There are just aisles, and it's almost like a maze. But everything that you see is just bolts of fabric everywhere. Just of various colors and styles and materials. I mean, just this is a a cloth person's like mecca. This place is massive.
Then you can absolutely see Elena's eyes just light the hell up.
Okay. So you're going to explore?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. So you explore. It is pretty extensive as you go in. It does become kind of disorienting on like where you are in this thing. You find the stairs that go up to the next levels. Each level kind of has its own sort of thing. Like the lower level is more like everyday fabrics. As you go up to the second floor, you'll find more of the brocades, sort of brocaded fabrics, heavier fabrics. When you go up another one, then you'll find things like the leathers, leatherettes, suedes, things of that. Then you go up to the next level, then you're going to find a lot of like velvet-like fabrics,
Okay.
velveteens. And then when you get to the top floor is like fossa fabrics. Like these are fabrics that only exist here.
Fair enough. So she's probably going to stick down towards the everyday fabrics.
Okay.
Because she would more likely want to just get like a everyday wear type of dress.
Okay.
She
Fair.
wants to show off this nice stuff she gets for every day.
Love it. Okay. So you're able to find any color that you're looking for.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
going to see if she can find any of like the newer colors that she's seen. And
Oh,
if she
yeah.
hasn't, and if she hasn't, she's going to write it down to be like, okay, these colors don't actually exist in everyday clothing. Write this down.
And the keeper of the shop, he'll come to you and he'll say, oh, we have every color and style that you can imagine. And if there's a color that we don't have, we can make it for you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I actually live in Hempstead. I'm one of the Verdants. So
Very
perhaps if there, and honestly, if there isn't a color around, I'm perfectly okay with that. Lord knows Hempstead could use some more color.
Very good.
Little name dropping there.
Yeah.
A little bit of name dropping, but nothing big. It's not like she expects treatment. She's like, I'm in this industry. I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Excellent. Cool. Then he'll just be like, absolutely. If you need me or if you need help for any reason, just ring the bells. There are bells all over the place. He goes back to his counter and kind of works at his counter.
Yes, well, I love crafting sessions too. They're always so much fun. So
Okay.
Alana is going to pick out some linen and some cotton.
Okay.
For her blouse and skirt.
Okay.
And she is gonna head up to the fossa only fabrics and pick out a yard worth for decoration.
Very cool. Okay. So you'll just bring down anything you want cut, and there's a cut table on every floor. They'll cut however much you need and hand it to you, and you basically check out at the front door.
All right.
Okay. So they'll cut you. You said about a yard.
A yard of the fossa and fabrics, and then dress length of linen.
Okay. Cool. So they'll sort of write it all up and hand it over to you, and they'll say you can pay for it on the first floor. As you go back down to the first floor, they'll have all the fabrics that you chose, and he'll write up a bill. He'll take your student number and your cohort number, and he'll write it on the bill, and he'll package up your cloth in sort of this nice brown paper with this nice ribbon around it, and he'll hand it over to you, and he'll say, "Thank you for shopping our store."
Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You as well. And
And
he
she's
just sort of
gonna
goes back.
Then she's gonna head to all. Nope, she would have all of that stuff. She would pack all the accessories that she needs.
Yeah,
So she's gonna head back to the school.
Okay. All right. So you'll jump on the trains and head back. All right.
Yep.
So
You know she has all her sewing stuff in a little cookie tin.
that makes sense. That's so absolutely. All right. So A and Soot, you guys go to the sort of forge district, and you're seeing like everything new, shiny, that you've never seen before, because you've always seen it either wrecked or rusty or, burnt out or something. So yeah, you're seeing all of these sort of brand new things. What are you doing? What?
I'm gonna just kind of give just a little bit of like a little piece of my history that, like, I grew up like basically in a junk pile just outside of like the outpost and all that stuff, and that like everything that I've ever seen has been just like runoff from everywhere else. So I've never seen anything new. It's always been just like wrecked and just like refashioned and whatever. So I just kind of like want to see what new things look like.
Okay. And they're everywhere. You can see like things that you've just sort of seen in piles, just sort of trash piles. You'll see them like on shelves, brand new. Like gears and housing materials, that sort of thing, and brand spanking new. Like maybe even a machine or two that you've seen sort of in pieces. You can like see it in a showroom, like completely together, like what it's supposed to look like, sort of things. Because I can only imagine down there that it's like archaeology. You find all these pieces, but don't really know how they go together.
So it's kind of like reverse engineering things a little bit. Like, what did this do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but now you can see them like actually put together. You can see what they actually supposed to look like. So you're able to see some cool things that you've never seen before, like in their new state. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, he would like walk over and see like something that's like normal and mundane that everybody's used to seeing, like, I don't know, like a toaster or something.
Right. Oh, that's
and
fair.
then, yeah, and just like walk over and look at it, and he's like just giving it like a whole once over, and just without even thinking about it, he just like uses like his fingernail or something, and like starts like unscrewing the screws, trying to take it apart to see how it works.
And the shop owner will kind of walk over to you and go, "Can I help you?"
Oh no, I'm good, thank you. And just keep going.
So okay, we don't take things apart in the store. He kind of takes it from you and puts it back on the display.
Literally looking like a mad little kid that mom just took the Xbox controller.
Yeah. He's like, if you want to take it apart, you'll have to purchase it first.
He like starts like checking his pockets. Like, does he have any? Like, he doesn't really have anything to trade with, because he's not like, he barters everything. So like he's not sure what to do in this situation. So he just kind of looks over at A, like, what do I do, man?
No, that's like, you got the same wristband I do.
So I'll just do what he just did exactly, like mimic him, look at the shopkeeper and just like point at my wrist.
Okay. And he'll write like a bill, and he'll write your student number and all that on it. And he'll be like, okay. And he'll wrap it up for you and say, there you go.
As soon as he hands it to me, he rips the paper off.
And he picks it up and throws it away. All right, then. Fine. It's like, okay. So now the toaster is yours to do as you please.
Nice.
The sad part is that's probably still the cheapest thing that any student has bought so far today.
Probably so.
Yeah, I'm actually like, were we told how much money we had at the beginning of this, or did I just miss that?
You don't have, there's no limit. They literally, you have like an open-ended credit card, basically. But they did say, spend wisely.
So
Like,
A could have actually
Maybe
bought
don't
that
try to
card.
crash a car into the ocean.
I have a feeling that the damage to the vehicle is going to probably be a topic of discussion.
I feel
Like I said,
I feel
Professor
like Carrick,
Mercutio is going to meet you at the door with a very Snape-like expression.
Exactly.
I feel like Carrick gets back to the academy and it's walking past Professor Mercutio's office and just hears just curse words suddenly coming out of it.
It's like he spent what?
Exactly.
Cat spent nothing.
True.
I didn't spend anything either.
Carrick didn't either. Yeah. And
Awesome.
Carrick didn't spend any. Gaff didn't either. Yeah. I think it was just Alana, Soot, and A. Which is fine.
Somehow I feel like we're going to be losing points.
So, okay. So as everyone's
Well,
day
maybe
is
not us.
sort of winding down, everybody returns to the academy. And back to your dorm. As you all come in, you see each other as you're coming in. So you can sort of like dinner's about to be ready. So they're gonna announce dinner. You have enough time to go to your rooms and change for dinner out of your day clothes back into your uniforms. Once you do that, you'll come down to dinner. The dinner bells will ring, and you'll come down to dinner. And tonight's dinner is pretty big. It's like a huge meal, probably the largest meal you guys have had since you've been here, with various types of meats and vegetables and fruits and all kinds. It's like huge amounts of food on this table.
Uh-oh. They
This
fattened
sounds
us up
very
before
much-
the magic,
This sounds very much like a last meal type of deal.
Yeah.
Professor Mercutio comes. He's sitting at the head of the table, and as you all come in and take your seats, he's like, welcome to dinner, everyone. I hope you had a fun-filled couple of free days.
Yeah, sure did.
It seems that
At one
some of
point,
you
Kirk
had-
looked a little green around the edges.
Apparently, some of you had a much more expensive day than others.
And I'm going to be looking around the table like, who might he be talking to about?
Kind of chuckles
Alana-
under his breath.
Alana will just be like, "Well, I know I did buy that that expensive fabric. I don't think it was that bad, was it?"
As the Professor Mercutio looks at A. With that,
I was gonna say when Carrick made the first comment before Professor Mercutio was saying heard about expensive adventures, I was going to elbow Carrick.
okay, you can if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you elbow him.
Yep.
Carrick kind of briefly chokes on his food that he's trying to eat.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, A definitely.
You hear the same gag you just heard in the car. You get the PTSD of that.
Okay, so so he just like this, and he just looks side eyes A, from the head of the table.
In my seat, I'm just like,
As soon as Soot catches the eyes, you're like, I think he's talking about you, man.
Soot,
I love that.
Be quiet before I punt you over a wall.
Kick the baby.
Actually, what popped in
There'll
my
be
head
no
was more
punching
Jeff
of our
Dunham.
classmates.
Actually, in my head, the bit I was saying was Jeff Dunham with a chihuahua.
Professor Mercutio says, we'll deal with that at another time. But I need you. You all please eat up. You will need your strength for tomorrow.
Can you give us any idea of what this will entail?
You will be given your instructions first thing in the morning. But
Fair
until
enough.
then, you must rest, eat, and rest. As he sort of like gets up, and this is the first time you've ever seen this, he sort of stands and excuses himself and leaves. So you're there by yourselves. Because normally he stays there through the whole meal, but for some reason he gets up and leaves.
I think he's maybe telling us it's all on us now.
So, Carrick, does that expensive thing have anything to do with why you were a little green around the gills the other day?
Well, it was an expensive thing that I had. But let's just say somebody, how do I put this?
Alana just
Was
blurts
messing with
out, "He was
technology?
causing trouble, wasn't he?"
A crashed a car.
What? Yeah, he did. He decided that he wanted to rent one of the cool car things, and apparently he's not a great driver.
I just
Wow.
look at both
And-
Soot and Carrick like.
In his defense, it could have been me the second time, but he won rock, paper, scissors.
That's
What
true.
happened after I left?
We went back up,
Yeah.
and then we came down abruptly.
Very abruptly.
Wow.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't come down abruptly. We stopped abruptly.
That's fair. He did do that.
I hit the brake. I didn't land.
Yeah, let's just say that flying really isn't my thing.
At least not in a car.
At least not in a car.
Fair.
Or when Aid is driving?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'd like to have a second try at it, but with somebody else driving.
Wow. Thanks, you two.
I give you this like look of, bitch, you know what you did.
No,
I'm surprised
Yeah,
you didn't
look.
try to take the car apart to find out how it ticks.
Speaking of taking things apart, I bought a toaster.
Oh, that's so cool! I've never seen that.
Right?
What you gonna make in it?
What do you mean?
He's going to take it apart.
You know what those are used for, right?
I know what I've used them for.
What did you use it for?
What are they supposed to be used for?
What did you use it for? Now you got me curious.
You put like bread or small pastries to heat up and like brown the sides of it to make them toasty and crunchy and tasty. What did you use it for?
Traps.
Oh, okay. He gets that. Like he's like, oh, okay.
Did you say traps?
Traps.
What type of traps can you make with a toaster?
I thought you should have asked that question.
I mean, is it any different from Alana talking about clothing or fabric?
No,
Probably
Exactly.
darker. Probably darker though.
maybe a
Eh.
little more. Well, I guess given the location, maybe about the same amount of blood. I guess.
I mean, as long as you don't ask how you got the red dye, you'd be fine.
Hey.
Fair enough. So,
Hey.
so while you guys are chatting and eating and all that, you'll hear the bells, the curfew bells go off. So it's time to go to bed. People start clearing out the dining area. So upstairs, you all go to bed.
Yep.
Okay. So as you all go upstairs to bed, you'll see your clothes laid out for you. This time, the uniform looks different. These look more fitted, less pajama style, and more like a nice fit. You can see there's a pair of pants. There is an undergarment, white undergarment, and then your overgarment is sort of a mandarin collar that sort of, when you put it on, it's like a double breasted, and it buttons down the left side. And there
What,
you have new
brown
boots as
undergarment?
well. They what?
What? No brown undergarment?
No, it's all white.
Because we have to get in a vehicle with character driving.
Well, it starts out white. But this is your uniform for tomorrow morning that they've put in your rooms. There's a little note on it that says this your uniform for the final exam. And basically it's to bed you go.
Alrighty.
The lights will dim because it's like almost bedtime. So everyone kind of gets in and goes to bed. Okay. As you all get in, you go to bed. You all get a great night's sleep. An absolutely great night's sleep. The door or as the morning comes, you'll hear the bells wake to wake the alarm bells basically to wake you up. You will all get dressed into your uniforms, the new ones. And I need everybody to roll me a d6, please. Okay. 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 Okay.
That's my
Working
third
on it.
one of the night.
So I need Alana and Gath.
Working on dealing with the touchscreen.
You're good.
I'd rolled a 5. Dice rollers are mean to me.
We just need a 3 and we'll have everything covered.
Alana, what did you get?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I'm using
as you
physical
guys
dice
are-
to make the dice rollers are mean.
Oh, you're fine. So as you're putting your uniforms on, you'll notice that there are on the cuffs on the left sleeve there are stripes, or there are broken lines. Katarina, you'll see 3 stripes on yours. Alana, you'll see 2 stripes. Carrick will see 2 stripes. Soot will see a stripe and a dot. Gath and A, you'll just find a dot, like a dash almost, as you put them on. And then once you put your uniforms on, you'll hear the bells ring for you to come to the common room.
Here we go.
As you all come down into the common room, there's like nobody there, but there's a table that you've never seen before. And there are 6 envelopes on it with your names on them.
Okay. I will take my envelope.
Yep.
Okay. All right. If everybody opens their envelope, basically what's in the envelope, it's the exact same thing. Everybody has the exact same thing. Does anyone smell anthrax? That's funny.
You have 4 hours to find.
Sorry,
a
I don't
cure.
smell a band.
Yeah. So in your envelope, there is what looks like, and these are like large envelopes, like almost like legal size. When you pull out, it's like basically got the instructions for your final exam. The beginning of it basically is an introduction. It says that as of today, you are no longer students, but actual citizens and members of the Fossian intelligence. And here is your mission. You are to sneak into the palace and steal the crown jewels.
Oh.
Your assignment begins now. At which point the doors to the dormitory will swing open, and it's time to go. On your uniforms, those of you who have the 3 stripes, those of you who had 3 stripes on your uniform, you are the leaders.
I had 2 stripes, right?
Yeah, I think
Thank
Katarina had the 3 stripes. So you are the leader of the. You are team leader.
Oh, good.
Oh shit.
So here you go.
All
You're
right.
literally. It's time to go. What are you doing?
Okay.
Well, first off,
Does anyone know anything about the palace other than that it's heavily guarded?
Nope.
That's why.
nothing.
Look in your envelopes. Look in your envelope specifically, Katarina.
Okay.
Inside your envelope, you will find a map, a layout of the palace. It's a very general layout. It doesn't give you like a whole lot of specifics, but it gives you enough for you to create a plan.
Okay.
And on this map, and I'll sort of describe it for you real quick. So on this map, it's an overview of the palace. You can see that there are 4 main entrances into the palace. There's the main entrance to the north, then the secondary entrances south, west, and east. It also shows you the general court area around the palace and where all guards are stationed.
All right.
You can see that there are gardens out front. The palace is surrounded by a large stone wall. Each entrance, there's a gate at the wall wherever there's an entrance to the palace. And of course, it is also guarded by guards. And so in your thing, it says you must sneak into the palace unseen, make your way to the central corridor to the crown jewels and you must remove them without being caught. Bring them back to the academy with your entire team intact.
Okay. Leave no one behind. So I'm going to lay the map out on the table so we can all look at it and study the guard placement.
Oh, I forgot something. You'll also notice above the door of the dormitory something you've never noticed before. But there's like a almost like a digital clock, and it is counting down.
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
How much time do
Fine.
we have?
You have 5 hours.
Not much.
That blows.
Well, now you have more like 4.5.
Rude.
Actually, you
We
don't.
haven't-
It won't start until you pass the doorway.
All right, so let's plan before we exit. So I'm going to lay it out where we can all look out and study the guard layout and see.
Okay.
Are they all equally guarded, each gate?
Yeah, for the most part. It looks like there's at least 4 on the tertiary gates. There's at least 4. There's usually 2 on the ground, 2 in the towers above. And on the main gate, however, there's like a whole like battalion. Like there's like a massive amount of guards at the front gate.
Anybody got any ideas?
Well, the front gate is out. Is there any signs of like other ways, like windows and whatnot, that are not guarded?
There are windows on the palace map, but you have to get to the palace first. But there are windows that you could easily probably get into once you got to the palace. Once you get past the guarded walls.
Does it look like there's any kind of like roof or sewer access?
Yep. There is sewer access.
Is it guarded?
It doesn't show on the map. It just shows you like sort of like the water runoff.
Sure. And which side of the castle would that be on?
It would be on the west and east side.
East and west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That may be our best attempt to get in. All right. Well, that's the start. We're just going to have to, not knowing exactly what's ahead of us, we're going to have to adapt on the fly.
Is there
Right.
any information in any of the other envelopes, or was it just hers that gave like the main information?
It was only in hers.
Okay.
But there are ways to find out information.
Well, I feel like it would be kind of weird to ask random people, "Hey, when's the changing of the guard?"
Is there maybe in the library there's books on the palace, how blueprints, maybe how things like for
Service
outsiders
entrances,
to-
deliveries.
Yeah. Like things that folks who live here may know that maybe outsiders can learn about, like guides and such.
Do they do guided tours of the palace?
Maybe.
Hmm.
I think starting at the library is a good idea.
Yep. Okay.
So to the library you go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to the school library or the city library?
Ooh.
School library.
School library.
Okay. So
I feel like the school library is more extensive than the city library.
And closer.
Yeah, that's true.
That too.
Hey, that's true. That's very true. So, okay, so you guys head to the library.
Mhm.
So as soon as you pass, the first person passes over the threshold. You hear the clock go, click, click, and it starts counting
All right.
down.
We're on the clock. Let's move it.
Okay. So you guys, as you exit your cohort and go across the quad, you will see the other team that you are competing against. They are also coming out of their cohort, their dormitory, heading somewhere.
Do I see anyone I recognize?
No, you don't.
Wow. Okay.
I'm almost like, I'm almost kind of thinking, is there a way? Oh God, but we don't have communication with each other. Easy way to communicate each other. Because I was gonna say, does someone want to tail them?
We don't know that they have the same mission we do.
That's true.
That is fair. That is fair.
All right.
Let's just
Their
focus on
mission
what,
might be to catch us.
Yeah.
focus
As-
on what we can control.
As we walk
Go to the
by, I make
library.
eye contact and mean mug every single one of them.
That's funny. Okay. All right. So you guys head to the library. All right. So as you guys get to the library, it's there. You can go right on in.
Mhm.
People are just milling around like normal. Do you guys go in as a big group?
All right, before we go in, so A and Alana, if you look for general information about the palace, look for tours, anything about events coming up there, dinners, things they might have service people coming in for. Do they have tours? Carrick and Soot, try to find any blueprints specifically of the palace and of the underground passages to see if there's any access into the palace from them. And myself and Gath will look for information on the guards and anything about changing the guards or ceremonies they do or certain times they do things.
Okay.
So we can go in two at a time.
All right. So who goes in first?
I'll send A and Elena in first.
Okay. So A and Elena, you guys enter first. And what are you guys looking for?
We're looking for like standard information about the palace. Like,
Okay.
Are there guided tours? Is
Okay.
there like a ceremonial changing of the guard?
Okay. Cool.
Would
right, so
anything
you-
be happening tonight that would distract people?
Fair enough. All right, so you guys go in, and you go there. Right there in the center of the library is an information desk, and there's a sort of an older woman there, sort of like milling around. Do you go to the information desk? It's like,
I mean, yeah, she would go up.
I forgot I muted myself.
That's okay. So do you guys both go up to the information desk?
Yeah.
Okay. So you come up to the information desk. The woman stops what she's doing and she looks and says, "Can I help you, do?"
Hi, we're looking for information about the palace. I've never been, and I kind of want to know if there are like any guided tours or anything like that that's happening around.
Oh, you've never been to the palace? Oh, that's that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's no. So she starts milling around behind. So while that's happening, who goes in next?
Carrick and Soot.
Okay, and you guys are looking at blueprints, right?
Blueprints.
access.
Okay, so as you walk in, you'll see A and Elena at the information desk. Beyond the information desk, there is a reference desk. There's somebody there that you could go to if you wanted to go and ask somebody. If you know libraries, you could go straight to the card catalog.
The Dewey Decimal System. No.
I like going to find out about information like A and
Dewey
Alana.
Decimal System. We'd spend the whole 5 hours trying to figure that out.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
like with A and Alana, like their stuff is like, oh, that could be anyone. Going up to someone and saying, "Hey, do you have blueprints or access points of the palace?" Probably not the best idea.
Hey.
So I vote to potentially take a look at the card catalog or try to figure out where in the library will be without too much interaction with folks. I don't know about you, so what your thoughts are?
I don't want to look like a terrorist. Yes.
Exactly.
That's very fair. That's very fair. So, all right. So you guys go and try to figure out the card catalog, and then that leaves Katerina and Gath. Where do you guys come in?
Yep.
You do see A and Alana at the information desk, and you do kind of see Soot and Carrot kind of meandering over to your left towards the card catalog. What do you guys do?
We're gonna go to the reference desk.
Okay, cool. So as you go back to the reference desk, there's a tall gentleman back there. Again, he's sort of milling around. So yeah, and he goes, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yes. I'm a former student. I just graduated, actually, but I had the privilege of meeting she still has that military bearing from what she did, of meeting, I'm trying to remember what his name was that was the magistrate leader, because I would know that.
Oh, you talking about the one that was threatening A?
I was
With
threatening A. Let me see. I think I have it in my thing.
I don't remember his name either, sadly. You'd think I would after what he did to A.
General Mills.
Not General Mills. Give me a second, and I can tell you.
Okay.
But you can reference his
It was
name.
General Don't Sleep
Yeah.
with My Daughter.
That's true.
He kind of suggested that I look him up and that I might have a future in the military or guards here. And I just kind of wanted to research that a little bit to see if that's something I really wanted to do. Would you have anything about the military structure here? Guard structure.
You'll say absolutely. There's that was Chief Commander Varnick, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it was Varnick.
Yeah. And he'll point you sort of in the direction
Okay.
to where you can go and look on. He's like, if you run down that way there, about halfway down on the left-hand side, you should be able to find some books on Fossian military history, that sort of thing.
Okay. That's where we're heading.
Okay, cool. So back to the information desk. So A and Alana are there, and they've asked, "Oh, is there any cool things about the Capitol building? The palace? Tours or anything?" And she comes up from behind where she is with brochures and sort of spreads them out on the counter. And there are brochures there's like 1,000 of them. I mean, there's just so many of them, and they are basically as you sift through them, you do see that there are guided tours into the courtyard, not necessarily into the palace itself, but there are guided tours into the courtyard.
And from the blueprints that we got, is there an entrance from the courtyard into where we need to go?
Oh yeah,
a quicker
well,
way?
there's 4 of them because the courtyard goes all the way around the palace.
Fair enough. Probably one of the stupider questions, but
Nah, not at all. So yeah, you probably could. Yeah, you can see this, like, it's a guided tour. I mean, it's very much like someone would be guiding you through. So you would, you could get you in, but you got to make sure that you're not recognized.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a possibility. It's absolutely. So you can collect those brochures and meet up with the team. If
I'm
you want.
gonna do that.
Okay. So all right, let's go to Soot and Carrick. You're at the Dewey Decimal Hell box, the card catalog. Card catalog. So let's roll a clerical roll and see what happens. Let's see if you guys can find what you're looking for. You.
I don't.
Okay. Believe it or not, Soot does kind of have an understanding of the system in which, and the reason being is that the system that they use to organize the books is very, very close to the system they use to organize their junk. So he's like, So Soot's able to figure out the system, and he finds the city planning section of the library.
He just like pulls open the drawer, and he's got those little hands. So he's just like,
yeah. Love it.
And now we know that Foot can double as a librarian.
So yeah, so you pull a card and it says blueprints, palace group, or not palace specifically, but the palace mount, sort of construction drawings, things of that. It tells you where it's located. It's located in the city planning section of the library, which is upstairs.
Well, shall we?
After you.
Okay. So as you guys are heading out, you will see A and Alana sort of coming towards you as you're heading to the stairs. So y'all meet there. So do y'all exchange information?
Oh yeah. I let them know we're heading up to city planning section to take a look for those prints.
Can I imagine Alana's holding like an arm full of brochures?
Just brochures, just everything.
And
You look like you're ready for a vacation.
Oh yeah, no, A was not taking any of the brochures. He was saying like, that's not really, there wasn't really much there, but not one of them said that wasn't different.
Fair. Okay.
And Alana's just going to say, we found a lot of brochures about stuff going on in the palace.
That could be useful.
Okay. So do you guys follow them upstairs?
Alana's probably going to find like one of the small like study rooms that's usually in a library.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you'll find them along the perimeter. So cool. All right, so
we get our stuff.
okay, and y'all head up. Okay. All right, so Katerina and Gath, you guys go into the military section. And what are you looking for specifically?
For any information on the palace guard.
Okay. There'll be plenty of books on the palace guard. You could find a number of reference books on it.
Anything that looks like it might give me the kind of information I'm looking for.
Yeah, you can roll clerical for me and see if you can find
Like
something that
guard rotation schedule.
you never know.
Because if it's like the
Oh Lord, there's a lot of information here.
Gath, you can roll as well. Roll clerical.
The military doesn't teach you how to read.
Must be a Marine.
Too. So you guys combined, you guys are able to kind of narrow your search area down. And you find several books on sort of the founding of the guard, the duties of the guard.
Yeah.
You might find a book or two on ceremony and that sort of thing.
Okay. So we'll gather those and also go find a reading room.
Okay. Cool.
And as we go down, I want to stop and ask if there's a newspaper. Does FASA have a daily paper?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
They
I
do
want to get a copy of that to see if there's any special events going on right now.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to. It's right there in the front. Like all the different newspapers are sort of like you would find in a library.
Okay.
So we'll go
frontline,
upstairs.
attempts terrorist attack with a flying car.
Okay. So we'll go upstairs with Carrick and Soot. You guys get to the city planning section. And there are like blueprints for everything. Now, you will notice that blueprints to the palace and the palace mount are kind of like behind locked doors.
Oh God.
Again with the locks.
What do you guys do?
I get the feeling getting Carrick to dance is not gonna work.
Probably not.
Probably not this time.
But I
Dang it.
mean, maybe not him dancing, but him throwing up, maybe.
Look, I've been too much of a distraction lately.
Look, everybody's got a role to play, and some people can just be distractions.
Are there people up there, or is it just us up there right now?
No, there are other people up there, but they're not near there. They're like on the far other side of the floor.
So they're not really paying any attention.
No.
Can I reach the handles?
How tall are you again?
2 feet tall.
No.
I think. Hold on.
No.
I can't remember. It's either
If
2 or
you
2.5.
jump, you could.
But I feel like that would defeat the purpose.
Can he like ride on my back and I have my back turned towards it and kind of block him from chesting it?
I'll just do like a reverse leg grip.
Yeah.
You can. Absolutely.
I have my hands behind my back, like looking around, and I just have them in my hands just at the door.
Just hold me by my knees.
Absolutely. Roll a survival. Let's see if y'all can make that happen.
Like
All
a team
right.
effort as survival.
Yep.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
That's pretty good. And what is at 3? All right. Okay, so you're able to, reverse hold leg, whatever you want to call it. You're like, and
I think we just created a new position.
I think you did too. That'll have to go into the Kama Sutra of art.
You're in the halfway through the Alabama Slam position. There we go.
Carrick's got
what
the moves like Jagger.
What I need for Carrick to do is I need you to roll me a guile check to see if you can deceive anyone who walks by.
All right.
Can I retcon one quick thing?
Sure.
Before we did this, because I've like taken this toaster apart and put it back together like 5-6 times at this point.
Right.
I'm going to take it apart real quick, pull out 2 little pins like from the grill part, and then put it back together and have those like on standby.
Very cool. That's great.
All right.
So Carrick, roll me a guile. All right. 3. Okay. So you're able to like, people just, when they walk by, they sort of nod at you and they keep walking. They don't suspect anything at this point. So now are you going to try to pick the lock?
If the door is actually locked, yes.
The door is actually locked.
Then yes.
Then do a mechanical check. A 2. Okay. This lock is giving you some problems. You're like, I can get this. I know I can, but it's like resisting you a little bit. Are you going to use your little pins that you pulled out? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're like, and I need you to roll a strength check for me there, to see if you can maintain your grip with your legs.
Oh man. You're about to shit a person.
This is bringing me back to the one shot when I hung on with my legs.
Hey, yep. You're just gonna hear shit,
and down you go. So
I just imagine that thing from Austin Powers when Mini-Me was attached to Austin.
Just the shadow.
Yeah, just the opposite side of this case.
I hate that I remember that.
this one.
I quickly turn around. I'm like,
there it is. Okay. So yeah, he literally like, I like to think it's like, he's got that wrapped on you, and then it just sort of like his muscles just kind of go, nope. And he just like slides down you.
So, which means that the way I'm positioned, I'm landing knees first, on the floor.
Yep. Boom. Ouch.
I immediately assume the fetal position.
And nobody notices you guys. So you're good. So what do you do now?
Are there any like small boxes or like anything like quick close by that I could grab that he could just block the way and I can stand there?
Yeah, there are chairs.
I'll tap him on the leg. Grab that chair.
good idea. And I'm gonna go grab a chair and bring it over. As a way to kind of also hide it while he's on the chair, to do that, I'm also standing on the chair trying to like reach up to certain books, but also at the same time like hiding him.
Okay. Acting like maintenance, changing a light bulb or something.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're in the new place. So roll guile for me again, Carrick. Okay, yeah, you're still able to maintain hiding little soot behind you.
Fantastic.
I picked the best team for this part.
So, all right. So, are you going to try and pick the locks again?
Yeah.
So, all right. Roll the mechanical for me.
Come on, buddy.
Hey.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you go. So, yeah, you're like, now that you've gotten yourself steady, you're able to like really get in there and just sort of like listen until you just hear it go click, and you know immediately you're like, we're in.
Got it. I'm just gonna like, are you going in or just me?
I can keep watch out here. I think it's easier if like you're small enough where the door won't open that much if you go to go in. You'll have to open it more for me. If you could go in, grab this stuff, I'll keep watch out here.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do like one of those like momentum things where like swing the door handle real quick and then just kind of like grab on, swing around, and like push it shut at the same time, like as I'm on the other side.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're able to get into the room, close the door behind you, and so Carrick, do you kind of put the chair back and all that?
Yeah, I put the chair back, and I'm near the door, but I'm looking at the shelf,
right,
as if and just trying to hear.
Okay. All right, so you're inside now, Soot, in this room, and there's quite a few boxes on the shelves, and they're all labeled based on the area of the city that they're from. Eventually you will find Palace Mount in this big, and it's a huge box. It's probably about the size of you. It's big sort of it's slender sort of shelf box, but it's big.
So probably pretty heavy.
Yeah, probably so.
Paper. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll grab a couple smaller boxes and make myself like a little step ladder to get up to the bigger box instead of trying to move it.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry.
And then once I
able
get
to do that?
up there, as long as I'm able to get into the box and actually like start looking through it, I'm going to look specifically for sewer access and roof access.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of get up there and kind of pull the box out a little bit where you can kind of like go through it. And there are quite a few like maps in here. There are quite a few blueprints. You come across you come across things like courtyard planning, planning the wall, and eventually you do come across what looks like a dossier folder, and on the spine is printed Palace and Palace Mount.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and open it up real quick, kind of leaf through it.
So when you pull it out, I mean, it's good size. So
yeah, I'll pull it over to the floor.
Yeah, there is a table in there if you want to put it on the table. But I mean,
can I reach the table?
Oh, that's true. Probably not.
This is about speed.
Floor would probably be good for you then. Okay, so you hit to the floor, you open it up, and sure enough, there are blueprints, official blueprints of the palace and the palace mound. It shows water access. It shows where the water tunnels are, where the sewage runs, where the aqueduct feeds in. It shows you all of that.
I'm going to double check just to be sure. Check the watermark and see what the date is.
Okay. So the watermark on it. Roll me a clerical. Let's see if you can figure it out. Three? Yeah. On the watermark, you can check it. The watermark is only about 5 years old.
Okay.
So he probably knows that this is probably the most up-to-date one at this time.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and the thing's probably bigger than me, I'm assuming, or at least close to my size. If it's like a big
map?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's like a big blueprint.
You could probably fold it if you're going to try to take it. You could probably fold it up.
Yeah,
small enough.
I'll do that. I'll fold it up and I'll grab it and take it.
Okay. All right. So you've got it. So what do you do now?
I'm gonna look at the folder, look at the box, and I'm just gonna leave it there and walk out.
Okay. So as you go to the door, and you can kind of see before you get to the door because there are windows.
Mm-hmm.
Carrick is on the outside, sort of looking. Suddenly, like a library employee walks up to Carrick, and he's like, yeah, can I help you with something, young man?"
Oh, no, I think I'm good. I'm looking to, and once I'm done with my studies, to look into like civil engineering and such. So I thought these kind of studies and books might be helpful. So I'm just taking a look around, see if this is something I really want to do.
Oh, very well. Well, if you need anything, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
As he sort of looks around where you are, you see him kind of notice. You are not notice, but you see him looking at the door to the room, and he goes, and he starts to walk towards it. And so that you can see him coming. So if you hide, you could probably hide under a table at this point if you wanted to. But
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, I actually did have a couple questions that maybe you can help me out with, as kind of a way to have her at the point that when the librarian turns around to talk to me, her back's to the door.
Okay, yeah, they'll turn and go, "Oh, well, what can I help you with?"
I was just curious. So I'm new here. I have never been in this city. Can you tell me how they decided to build the palace the way they did? It's a structure I personally have never seen before. So I would love to learn more about not just how, but why did they build it in a certain way.
And he goes, "Oh, of course. If in this room here, there's a complete history of how the palace was built." As he goes to turn back to the room.
Oh, great! But yeah, but
yes. Startled, he kind of turns back at you, like,
I thought that.
So as soon as I hear them talking, and I know that person's there, I'm going to put the folder back in the box at that point. Okay. And then is there an inside lock on the door? Like, is there like a little push button thing? Like,
it's more of a skeleton key. Actually, you'd have to
So I'd have to actually
You'd have to
go back. You'd have to go back in and lock it.
So I'll put that away.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to the wall right next to the door. Is it like a double door kind of thing, or is it just like one?
It's a single door. Yeah, it's just a single door.
Okay, then yeah. I'm going to go to the inside part of the door and just put my back against the wall.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to ask. That seems like it's a pretty restricted and like high level access type area. I didn't think that someone like me can go in there, and that kind of detail is not really of that interest. I guess. Is there something out here that I don't want to trouble you with having to open a restricted area just for me?
Roll guile. Let's see if you can. Let's see if you can lie your way out of this one.
Here we go.
Okay, 2. It's not horrible. So he sort of looks at you suspiciously, like sort of like, why don't you want to go into this room? He's like,
well, am I allowed to?
Yes, it's a reference room. It's just this is where we keep things that we don't want to walk away. We keep those in there.
Gotcha.
And plus, I would be in there with you, so it's not like
okay,
you could steal anything. So
yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Then yeah. Let's open the door and go in there.
Sure.
And show me.
He's like, okay. So he takes his keys and he goes to unlock the door, and he goes, "Oh, that's odd. The door's already unlocked.
Oh,
this door is usually locked at all times. I wonder who. That's very strange.
Sometimes things slip our minds. Like
Hmm.
I actually have I left my dorm room unlocked a couple times when I've gone out before and completely forgot about it. It happens.
He goes, just wait right here. Let me go in and check and see if anything is amiss inside.
Sure.
So he opens the door and he walks in. He walks straight in, and he's sort of looking. So he has his back to you, Soot.
Scooting. Just right around the side.
And I'm just standing in the doorway. I open my legs so he can just run through them and
I want you to roll guile for me there, Soot.
Oh, come on, guys.
come on. Get this.
Actually, oh yeah. A 2? Okay, 2's not bad. Let him roll next. Let me see.
Y'all are scaring me.
Scaring me.
Let's see.
If I wasn't firmly in my seat, I'd say I'm at the edge of my seat.
So he goes, He goes to look behind him because he hears something. And I'm going to give you a chance to roll survival on this one to see if you can roll and kind of, as he turns, you kind of move out of his vision. So if you would roll survival for me there, Soot. Okay. So as he's turning to look, one, because you're so short, he completely looks above you, and doesn't. He turns and looks. He sees out the window and he's looking, and then he turns back to the shelves. At which point you're able to out the door.
Is something wrong, ma'am?
No. I don't know. So anyway, here and he goes to go to pull off a book and he's like, "Here's the book if you're interested." And he puts it on the reading table.
Oh wow, this is some fascinating stuff. Like and he Kadak is both stalling right now, but also generally showing interest in it because you know what, this actually does interest him a little bit. So it's like yes, I'm stalling so that Soot can get downstairs and get to the room, but also like using something I'm interested in to actually learn about. So,
Okay.
But it's like, oh, this is so cool.
Okay.
I wish I could stay and like look through it more. And unfortunately, I have to. I have an appointment later with Mercutio. So,
Very good.
yeah. So, is there a way to keep this on reserve for? I mean, you said it doesn't happen. Is there another time I can come by and look at it again?
Of course, it's anytime. Just let one of us know.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I never got your name.
Oh, my name is Ferris.
Ferris. Very nice to meet you. My name is Kadak.
Nice to meet you.
And yeah, I really, really thank you for this. You've been fantastic. So
It's my pleasure. It's my job. It's what I do.
Yep. And you keep a very nice place here. So I'll be back a lot. So
I thank you very much. Thank you.
So I'll see you. You know what? I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Oh, very nice.
Great.
Roll a charisma check. He's like, okay.
Eric,
He's 100% going to remember you, and not in a good way.
you have an inspiration from Squall. You got an inspiration from
Oh, I got an
Squall.
inspiration from Troll. Oh shit.
Yeah, in this game, inspiration, it allows you to re-roll a
Okay,
one.
then-
If you
then
roll
yeah,
the one,
oh,
it'll let
no.
you re-roll.
You might need it. Yeah, I think you needed it,
Yeah.
Squall.
Yeah.
So you can re-roll charisma. There you go.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you, Squall.
At first he's like, "Oh, awkward child," but very nice. Thank you so much for the compliment, and I will see you tomorrow, maybe.
Bring snacks.
And Tarek is gonna make his way, and he's gonna like kind of do like a little bit of a skip, like a happy skip.
Okay.
He's selling it, but it's definitely overacting.
Absolutely. Then Ferris is
But the
eating it up
librarian
like
dealt with awkward
by the
kids
spoonful.
before.
He's eating it up by the spoonful.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna get myself to that study room, and Tarek's just gonna come in there like, let's get this over with.
Okay, so then you and Soot head back down where everybody else has sort of gotten their information. Katarina, you and Gath, looking through your books, you'll find that there are ceremonies like a changing of the guard. It doesn't necessarily give you a schedule of it, but it does say like midday. There's usually a switch at midday. Early morning, midday, and then an evening. So there's 3 major ones.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It is early. It's still like maybe like 9 a.m.
Okay. So, as we're all whispering, did you find the, is there sewer access in the courtyard?
Oh, real quick, do you all meet up in one location?
We're all in one of those little reading rooms.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're all in like a conference type room, study room. Okay.
Rika, you're muted if you answered.
Oh no, I was just saying I was gonna look at Spud because he was the one that grabbed it.
I was in there, and then I heard voices, and I didn't have time to grab it, and I just ran. I'm kidding, and I pull it out from behind my, like, out of the back of my pants, and I said on the table.
Oh, I'll punt you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all in there, and you guys, you've probably at this point about 45 minutes have passed.
Okay. We're good. So, is there access to the underground in the courtyard anywhere?
The sewer access?
Oh yeah, there is.
Anywhere that's not like right out in plain sight?
There is a where the sewer exits on the south side of the palace. That's probably the only one that is sort of like you have to go down into like canals to get to the entrance. Everything else is going to be out in the open.
So I didn't think to ask. Like when I was looking at it, like does it have where like it'll show like the outside layer, and then like you flip up the page and it shows the next layer, and then like how it is on. Okay.
Yeah, it's like layered. Yeah.
So since I'm the small one, I'm assuming that I'm going to be heading that part up. I'm going to do my best to actually like stare at the blueprints and just try and memorize them.
Oh, okay. Do an intelligence roll for me. Let's see if you can memorize it. Okay, yeah. You're able to memorize most of it. I mean, there's some areas that are a little gray, and these are 5 years old, so things could have changed in those 5 years, but you're able to see like where the sewer entrance is, where it runs, where it comes out, inside the palace itself. You see, so you can see all that, and you can memorize it.
Cool. Enough to kind
So
of
are there
take it if I need to later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any events going on in the palace today from the newspaper?
There's nothing today.
Okay.
There's no major events anyway today.
All right, so this is what I'm thinking. We take a guided tour into the courtyard sometime around when we think a shift change is going to happen, mid-morning, which means soon. Once we get into the courtyard, we can access the canals and get in through the sewer. Follow the sewers up into the palace. Then we need to, I'm assuming somewhere they would have specific uniforms that the palace staff would wear. So if we can find a storeroom that has uniforms, since we're going to be grungy from coming through the sewer, blend in a little better. And then
Not.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Wouldn't people be looking for us if we deviate from the tour?
Is there a way to access the sewers from outside of the wall?
I felt a gator that was flushed.
We were in Florida.
Is there access from outside the wall?
For the sewer?
Through sewer? Or just in general?
Through
The
the
sewer.
sewer.
There's one way. That's the one that I was the actual sewer exit is the only one that you probably could get into without being detected.
Okay.
The other ones, there are other access points like up on the mount, but they are out in the open.
Okay. So we have to go into the courtyard to access it.
Right.
Okay. So, how often do these tours run?
They run every hour and a half.
Ah, it's too long. I was thinking we could do a few at a time and drop out, but
When's the next one?
The next one is in about 15 minutes. But it'll take you longer than that to get to the palace from the college, from the academy.
Looking at the blueprints, how far is it? Because I know it'd be like kind of like winding and stuff like that to get from sewer access to the actual like throne room where the jewels are.
Well, that access doesn't go directly to the crown
Right.
jewels, but it goes into like the kitchens area, and it's a pretty straight shot. Probably about, well, it's about a quarter mile, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe closer to a half mile from where the outtake is to walk up into the sewer, into the sort of into the kitchen area, the sort of, dare I say, cesspool area.
So,
anyone have any other ideas?
so possibly stupid question. Are there any brochures of like independent tours? Because I do remember
Sure.
taking some of those when I was in Newport.
Yes. Yeah, there's a guide. There's a self-guided garden tour.
Ah, self-guided. No one would miss us.
Is there an entry to anywhere from the garden?
Yes. I mean, you would be able to get to one of them. I mean, the entrances are out in the open. They're not like. Now, you might be able to get into the runoff of the gardens, which runs into the sewer system.
So what if we took one of the tours?
Mm-hmm.
Because the tour is going to go through the whole castle, right? Well, most of it.
Well,
So-
it'll go to just the courtyard. There are no tours into the palace.
Oh, so it's just an outside tour?
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
an
thing?
outside
Oh,
tour of the
gotcha.
gardens and things of that nature.
Gotcha. Okay.
We also, looking at the map I have of where the towers are, because there are guards in the towers, are we going to be in a direct sight line to the tower guards?
In the gardens.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, you probably will, but the tower guards are mostly looking outward.
Okay, good.
Not saying that they won't turn and look, but for the most part, they're looking out.
Okay.
There are guards walking around the, well, not really guards per se, but there are like security people kind of walking the grounds.
So, if we did a self-guided tour, there would not be a tour guide with us. Gives us a little more freedom of movement.
Right.
Okay.
But it'll also depend on how many people are actually in the gardens at that time and can see us, or and how easy it is to get into that thing.
We won't know until we get there.
Yeah.
If we have to have a distraction, somebody can get sick and require medical attention. You know?
Fair.
Hey.
What if we do the self-guided to kind of map out the area and get an idea of exactly where each different thing is? Because there's only so much you can see from a blueprint.
Right.
Yeah. And then use the self-guided to see if there's anything that being
we also have a
larger
map.
group. We have the map too, but like being in a larger group to be used as a distraction could help actually going with the actual tour. And then maybe we can kind of split it up.
I mean, we do self-guided tours at Hempstead, and I can tell you there are a lot of people that just wander off. No, I'm serious. I went to a self-guided tour of the Newport mansions. They call them cottages, they're mansions.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so freaking lost. It was kind of sad. Like the self-guided part, which was just a recorded shenanigan, was just a recorded thing. It was talking about rooms I was not in.
Well, can I make a check to try to find, like looking over everything, to look for a blind spot in the security that we can exploit?
Yeah, you could do a survival check.
Let's see if I get lucky.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking at the blueprints and sort of the layout, and you can kind of see that, yeah, there are some blind spots. Mostly in like the corners, like where the wall kind of angles a bit. In those sort of angled areas, there's technically would be blind spots. They wouldn't have the best views. There's also in the sculpture garden, there's a lot of like tall, large, displays that could be used as like a hiding place. So yeah, there are plenty. You just got to get into the courtyard.
I will point those out. So we should use these points to our advantage.
All right. Well, let's get headed that way. Clock ticking. Do the self-guided tour. Get the scope of the land. If we have an opportunity to get to where we need to from that, great. If not, we can plan from there.
And you said that the area above the castle is like a no-fly zone, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an absolute,
So we we're gonna need to disguise ourselves in some way.
Then we just put on our civvies.
I wish.
I don't think we have the luxury of time to wear a disguise.
Well,
That's why I said just put on our regular clothes.
I'm sure the staff has uniforms. If they have a storeroom, we can change into clothing of what the rest of the staff is wearing, be not so conspicuous once we get inside the palace.
If the sewer leads to the kitchens, we could take some like waiter suits or whatever that they have up there.
Exactly. All right, well, let's head to the palace, and we're just going to have to kind of adjust the plan as we go.
Sounds like a plan to me, though.
I think this is the best plan we've come up with so far.
Because flying by the seat of our pants has always worked out well.
We have
All
we have a semblance of a plan.
Okay,
About 12%.
so
Got this. Let's go.
how are you going to get there? What's your mode of transportation?
Feet.
How far
You're
is
going
it?
to walk to the palace?
How far is it?
I mean, I would
It's
assume
pretty
that
far
the
by
tourist-
foot. It's pretty far by foot.
I would make the bold assumption that since it's a public place that's a heavy tourist destination, there would at least be public transportation there, or at least shuttles.
If we want to be a little more inconspicuous, I know where we can get a car.
He's
Hey,
not
not
wrong.
driving.
He's not
I would
wrong.
I would assume that the train probably goes right there.
The train goes to the Grand Central. Then you'd have to take a bus to the palace.
Okay.
Yeah, the train doesn't go directly to the palace.
All right.
Agreed.
So the train
The train. Think of the train. It kind of does a circle around the city.
Right. All right. Let's go to the train station.
Okay. So you guys go. The train's right there. It pulls right next to the academy. You guys can get on, and you head down to Grand Central. Once you get to Grand Central, you can exit, and from that point, you can find a bus route that goes to the palace.
Okay.
And there is one. It goes directly. It's a direct line. Sort of a touristy bus.
By the way, I think we should avoid being detected by the other team on the off chance that their mission is to stop us.
When we saw the other team, were they kind of like one of those things where it was like the opposite of us? You know what I mean? Like the teams are basically comprised of like the same people kind of thing, just going different directions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should have stole
Like I
that
said,
bracelet.
we can't worry about what they're doing. We have to worry about what we're doing to certainly keep our eyes open.
Okay. All right. So you guys, once you get to Central Station, you'll find a bus that goes to the palace. At this point, an hour has passed, so now you have 4 hours left.
Okay.
So you find the bus and you head to the palace. A good 10, 15, 20 minutes, and it arrives to the front of the palace. Everyone gets off, and there are the main gates to the palace with tourists of all kinds, and that's where we're going to stop tonight.
Eek.
So you have 4 hours left, and you're
We
officially
used pretty
in
good.
front.
We used pretty good use of that first hour.
You did. No, absolutely.
And I'm just happy to be doing an actual heist for once. Like I wanted to do that in a game forever. So I'm just pumped now.
I'm surprised
hard now.
our part worked out as well as it did.
I know. I
know,
know.
There were so many ways that could have gone wrong.
I
I know,
know.
I'll say it's,
And almost did.
And it almost did.
yeah. I would say that was also not the first heist for me and Lisa, considering we did a heist one shot on my channel. a
Oh
while ago.
God.
Going
Oh
to guess
God.
that
Don't,
went well.
don't talk about that. That's where our teammate threw us under the bus.
Rude.
I loved it.
That's funny.
And I was the DM, by the way. I was not the one throwing under the bus. I was the DM.
Fair.
I was almost
The
about
rest
to
of
say,
us Nick and I were pissed. It's like doing what?
So
Also, Carrick almost was gonna say, "Hey, do you think your girlfriend can get us in?"
Nice.
If you
Your
actually
girlfriend
said that,
gets
if
in.
you actually said that, A would probably have punched you in the shoulder.
that's funny.
That is
All right,
hilarious.
let's do this.
Random question,
so-
real fast.
Uh-huh.
Since we got that inspiration,
Uh-huh.
and it's use it today or lose it,
Uh-huh.
can I do one more roll to see if that memorization went better?
Yep. Absolutely.
Did you get it?
Is it an intelligence roll? Oh yeah, I did.
Nice.
It
Yeah,
went
so
a lot
you're
better.
you're absolutely able to memorize all of the
Hell yeah.
tunnel systems. For sure. Well done. All right, let me turn off the music real quick.
And we're working like a team. I'm so proud of us.
I know. Look at you guys.
I'm not
All right.
used to this.
And I'm not singing
I-
and dancing.
That's only because A hasn't really said anything yet.
All right, we're going to do our spin, and I think I have everybody.
I
That
know we had
has-
one added on tonight. I saw come by the street.
Yeah, I already had them. That was Squall.
Okay,
And they're already on the list.
awesome.
Yeah,
We have
let me do
one,
another
two,
scroll
three.
through real quick.
Yeah, we have 6 at the current moment. We have 6 folks.
And
And
yeah, you're good.
Okay, let me see.
Got to scroll through. I didn't see anyone else type it in.
Yeah.
Come on now, we
Oh,
got
6
6 people in the drawing, 8 people in the chat. Is everybody
Okay, so you
typed
can
in
see
victory? Last chance.
last chance.
Well, and we can kind of see. We can't see the names. They're kind of blurry.
Yeah, I know. I can see them though.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Fair enough.
You're
Well,
exempt, Goose.
I don't know if I ever actually put it in there, so I'll just throw it in there for funsies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on the list. Just 'cause-
You are.
You are.
You guys weren't exempt. Y'all can put your names in as well. It's
Yeah,
up
it's
to
all
you
fine.
guys whether you want to or not. It's open. I put it open to everybody, including players.
Okay.
So I mean, but you guys can decide whether or not you want to keep. If you get picked, do you keep it or do you pass it on to somebody? That'll be totally up to you guys.
I signed up for the other one, so I'm good.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give this a spin, and we're gonna see where it lands. Here we go.
Who did it land on?
It was Goose.
Oh,
Hey!
So okay. So you can it's up to you. You can keep them or you can give your spin to someone else. It's up to you.
yeah,
No,
let's do it.
there's no shade. If you want them, they're yours. You
No, that's
got it fair and
fine.
square.
Let somebody else have a shot.
Okay. I'll roll it again. Let's
Just know I won first.
That's the important thing.
Mad Hatter.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Awesome.
cool. So Mad
Yeah,
Hatter,
that's
you if you, I don't know if he's here or not, but if he's not, that's okay.
No, he's already off.
Okay, cool. I'll get a hold of him.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
he's in the Discord all the time. So
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, do not discourage though, everybody, because you can always come back next Monday to Origins and put your name in again, and let's see what happens there. But yeah, awesome. And remember, when we get to 100 followers, we'll do another giveaway. So make sure, if you haven't followed us yet, make sure you do follow us. Let's go around, let everybody do their outros, where you can, who you are, who you played, where they can find you, and what percentage do you think that will this plan fail, or will it succeed? What is your percentile of actually working? We'll go in reverse. Let's start with Goose.
Hey guys, I'm Goose playing the Subton. You can find me in the Discord. I answer if somebody talks to me. I think we have about a 38% chance of success right now.
Okay. Love that. Katarina.
Hey, sorry. I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on Discord and TikTok. I play Katarina Zephyrian, Perry. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel. Tonight was WindRiders. Next week on the 13th, we'll be playing Origins, where we do another draw. And then back with WindRiders on the 20th. You can also find me every other Friday on Celtic Bourbon King's channel for his amazing Stargate campaign. And we play this Friday, the 10th. And that's a lot of fun. You should check that out. I think we got this. I think we've got enough people that are thinking fast on their feet and flexible. I think we're going to succeed.
Okay.
There is
Excellent. All right. Old Worm Slayer, Garth Alfredi.
Hi everybody, I am Old Worm Slayer. Bleh, I can speak English. I
We
think.
can all
Anyways,
English good.
tonight I was playing Garth Alfredi, and I have the feeling we have an 80% chance of being screwed over by the dice roller.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because if we look at the average roll for most of our rolls so far this campaign, we have rolled 3s or less on average.
Don't ever tell us the odds, kid.
That's funny. All right, cool. Alana.
Hey guys, I'm the Crazy Gamer Lady. You can find me on TikTok under @CrazyGamerLady. You can find me on Instagram under Crazy Game Lady, no R. You can also find me on ADH Adventures every Saturday. I'm playing either Unlicensed Magic, or I'm now playing in Heroes Arc, which is getting so much fun. I'm now playing a doctor who found herself horrifically in debt somehow. Still don't quite understand it, but lawyers might be involved that I can't afford. This is nothing like real life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was going to say, somehow your character went to med school. That's why you owe so much money.
She's not even a doctor. She volunteers at a clinic.
I love it. Fantastic. Okay. Carrick.
Hello. So yes, I'm Riku. Tonight I was playing Carrick. You can find me on social media on pretty much anything as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. You can also find me on the D&D Vibe Tribe on the opposite Mondays in Gaia Chronicles. Really fun if you have a dual screen setup and you can have Orlea on one screen and at my game on the other screen at the same time. It's a lot of fun.
Or two different devices.
Yes. And that's actually all I'm doing besides my in-person campaign, which is going really well, and it's giving me practice for a future campaign. I think I have about an 85% chance of needing a new mouse after this. If you saw my reaction there when I rolled that one, that's a very common reaction from me, apparently. Is the mouse slammed to the desk. When I used to work in game QA, whenever I would get frustrated, my instinct is to slam the mouse. I had a box of mice next to me that was called the Graveyard. I feel like that might happen again.
Okay.
Actually,
so
no.
Future reference. Riku needs more mice for birthday, Christmas, any holiday involving.
Yes.
No, I'll say, Riku, you know me a better name for that box?
What?
The Mousetrap.
Boo.
You fuck.
Love you, buddy.
All right. Hey.
Hey guys, I'm Kellen, also the Celtic Wyvern King. Most likely, so you can find me here every Monday for either WindRiders of Arya, where I get to play A or Jin, or on opposite Mondays in Orlea Origins, where I play Kieran, our ASMR Bard, who, he's gonna have fun next session. Because even me and Will were talking about this a little bit. Like, there's gonna be some potentially interesting interactions, on that part. But you can also find me every other Friday on my own channel, including this Friday for my Stargate campaign. If you want to play catch up, you can either go onto a Twitch channel, watch the past few episodes as I do the VODs there, or if you haven't watched us at all yet, all 10 or 11, I lost track at this point. But all of our current episodes are also on my YouTube channel. And then on the opposite Fridays, you can find me over on The Dinner and a Game as we play a Walking Dead campaign using the Free League publishing system. Where, shit's getting real again. Because for anyone who's ever played Saints and Sinners or knows Walking Dead lore, we're dealing with the Skinner now from the Reclaimed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So shit getting real. Now, as for chances of survival and or failure, I'm going to go by the classic: make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to fail, throw away the plan, and say we probably got a 10% chance of this plan working.
Y'all suck. My own team doesn't believe in the plan.
I never said I didn't believe in the plan. I just said I was going to rage at some point.
Fair enough.
Look, I have about a 60%. I give it about 60% because
Good.
every once in a while things go a little off the rails.
They do.
We do
We got
pull
a-
victories
We got
out
a
our
very,
ass.
we
It
got a
just
very
doesn't
adaptable.
always go the way we want it to go.
We have a
Yeah.
very adaptable team. I have faith in us.
Fair.
Oh,
Boy,
my
isn't
concern
that the
isn't
polite way
the
to say it.
plan. It's the dice roller.
Yeah. Dice rollers sometimes is not your friend.
We got this.
That's what makes it so much fun. I mean, look what the dice roller has done to my players on Fridays.
That's true.
Here's the real question, Will. What do you think of our plans for success?
I think you guys got a pretty solid plan. I think it's not too bad. I mean, if you can get past all of the security, then yeah, I give you guys a pretty high percentage, probably like 85-90% chance. Not bad. I think you guys will do pretty good. So, and of course, back here I am. I am Will, or Halfling Wizard, the Maestro of Chaos for this awesome group, and I am excited to see how their plan goes in 2 weeks. So make sure you come back in 2 weeks to see how it goes. If nothing else, come see us next Monday for Orlea Origins. And but until next time, my friends, be cool to each other, and keep rolling those dice. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Hail the victorious dead.
Yes. Thanks for joining us for this Vibe Tribe Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next. Right here, where adventure comes to life.